Glad to have you with us from First Bank Stadium in Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, the Commodores head coach told me before the game, he told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commodores' offense will come out first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
Hey, man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, man. They are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone. They can run man. They can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good, so I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. You can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay, and they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages and changing the picture pre-snap to post-snap. So we know this quarterback physically, obviously, one of the most talented in the country, but mentally today, he has got to be sharp. Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Right side, it's Davidson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Commodores will punt this one away. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
You know, as I look at this team now, as we kind of gear ahead, David, and look forward to the college football playoff, I think this team has a chance. And the reason why is because of their offensive line and their ability to run the football. They can line up against top defenses in the country with the best players, and they can run the football, and they can get it done and out-physical people, and that's a huge key for them. It's such an advantage on offense when it all starts up front with the 5 guys like they have.
Especially when it gets later in the season, the games get harder, you get banged up, the weather changes, the physicality travels. On the road, at home, if you can run the football, if you can dominate up front, you got a chance to win the whole thing.
Hand it to the back. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Cantrell. Flips it out in the flat. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it?
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A little release to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the gun. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Diving for the goal line, and he lost the ball. Takes it in. Touchdown tie.
That play right there may take a year off of the head coach's life. He thought his offense was going in for an easy score. They fumbled it, could have been a disaster, but very lucky to pounce on it, and they get the touchdown regardless.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he's not going to take the touchback. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out in the end zone and came up a little short. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
The Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well run him again. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air, it's Cantrell. Floats it out in space. Taken down. Second and long here.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Flips it out to the back. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. The 20. The inside. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Left side is Turner. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. It's Cantrell. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Fresh center downs going to the air. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Back to throw, it's Cantrell. Makes the grab. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The quick out. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Plowing ahead on 4th down. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. They're all over it. Out wide right, it's Newton. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
Here we go, ready.
They'll move the tight end.
Ready, go.
Wants to throw one 1st. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. Got a lot of room to the right. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Alabama.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Fires one high and deep. Goes high to pull it in.
And
know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Long way to go on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Drops back. It's Cantrell. Swings it out to the flat. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense set for a 1st down play.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've done...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Tide will have to call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. Open space at the 25. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Under pressure. Fires immediately. Runs through a tackle. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
Timeout taken by Vanderbilt. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Comes down, it's Turner. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Touchdown, Vandy. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, checking in from the Crimson Tide sideline. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. Look out! He's going to take off. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
It's really hard defensively to bring pressure when you keep moving the quarterback outside the pocket. You don't know which way he's going to go. Great job. Get him outside the pocket. Now he can get on the edge and get some easy free yards or take a shot deep down the field.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's changing the play. Play action on 1st down. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Flying down the right side. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with North Dakota State taking on the number 17 team, the New Mexico Lobos. Now back to your game in Nashville. Through 2 quarters today, we've seen these 2 passing attacks just pick apart these defenses. Short throws, intermediate throws, even a few deep completions. An aerial exhibition so far. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
Commodores will kick it away to crank up the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll ride him again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that's good plays back-to-back, getting him on the ground. And I tell you what, just good job wrapping him up, not letting him get yards after contact and make your defense really have to work harder. Great job getting downhill, making tackles. And now you're set up pretty good. 3rd and medium, probably a passing situation. Nice physicality by this defense.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can, looking for a deep man. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double-teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips to try to give your quarterback more time.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And there he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
they've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Commodores will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Trying to take it back. He's got great speed. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Holly, what do you have?
Here on the away team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Bunch formation for these receivers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Alabama quickly back to the line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking to pass. It's Cantrell. Time to take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Bama! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Grab behind the line. It's Newton. Good, strong tackle.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Right side, it's Turner. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Finds a man in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
From the gun, the ground game. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Commodores in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Just feeds the running back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They'll need a bunch on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
He leaves it with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Hits inside, it's Turner. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Drops back on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has...
Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Doors. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last possession, the interception, which did lead to a touchdown, might want to mix in a few more running plays with this big lead here.
Ready, go, go.
Sells to run, looking to pass. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gets it to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. And that'll be enough for the first down, a gain of 13 on the play, and the clock stops for the 2-minute timeout. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. He's got him in the flat. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Makes a catch. Touchdown tie! And the pummeling has started. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Had to get rid of it quickly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Rush right in his face. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Making the adjustment. Back to pass, it's Cantrell. Fires into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth. And they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well, because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off play action. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Finds his man on the RPO. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Punt is in the air. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll send the back in motion. Moves the pocket. It's Cantrell. Release to the back. Complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38.
Ready, go!
Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires quickly. At midfield, he's got room. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Ready, go!
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. He's got it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.